I just did a book haul like 2 weeks ago, and I got more books. Okay, so I went used book shopping and I bought around 20 books. I got some good haul. Yeah, let's look at what I bought. Too much. I bought too much. I have so much books on my physical TBR now. I've got to start reading them. So the first one I bought is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. I know it's fantasy and I know it's YA kind of romantasy kind of. So I bought one more Stephen King. So I've been trying to like collect Stephen King to maybe read all of them one day. So I bought Dance Macabre or Macabre. I don't know how to pronounce Macabre. So this is first I just bought it because of the cover. The cover is so cool. So this is a science, this is a non-fiction. I didn't know that it was a non-fiction, but I got it. I didn't even look, but yeah, it would be a good insight to look into horror from the eyes of Stephen King. So this is a non-fiction about all the horror, like inspiration and how horror works and how to write horror. So yeah, this will be interesting. And yeah, another Stephen King books in my collection. I bought this book it's called The Man Who Died Twice. This is the second book in the Thursday Murder Club book series. So I have the first book. I already got the first book, and so I just saw this one and I decided to get it. I think this is the sequel. I think there are more books, but it says the slick sequel will leave you buzzing. So I'm guessing this is a sequel to this one. I'm really excited to try this. I heard it's really funny and like fun, like murder mystery, which I like murder mystery. I got Bird Box. There's a sticker over here, which I hate. It's really hard to remove. I have to try something else. So Bird Box is it's a movie on Netflix. I haven't seen the movie. I heard it's like similar to like Quiet Place or something, like you cannot like speak or see someone. There are monsters around like our world and you cannot see them or talk to them or something like that. So it sounded interesting. It was in good condition, really good condition, and it was short, and I thought I would like it. So yeah, I got it. Bird Box by Josh Mellerman. I got this, The Devil in the Dark Water by Stuart Turton. So I read Stuart Turton for the first time. Probably the most famous book by this author, which is The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. And I saw this one, which is the second book the author has written. This was the first one. And the third one is called something like, I don't remember the name, but I heard this one is the best. This is okay. I guess this is okay or good. I have to read it though to finally see like if I like this author or not, or this was like, cause this also sounded interesting. This is like a sea thriller mystery of like people in a ship and there's like a sea monster there or something. That's how I remember when I first tried to look through it. But this is, I think, also a murder mystery similar to this one. And yeah, I'm glad I bought it. It's also in good condition. And next so I like fantasy. I have to at least try some of the famous series to know why they like it. I've never read anything. I'm really like excited but a little scared to start this ultra super famous series, a fantasy series about vampires. It's Twilight. I know some of you have already read it, some of you are big fans of it, some of you hate it. I don't know where I'm gonna fall. Excited to try it. I'm really excited to try this series, and I hope I am into it. I really want to be into it. I want to watch the movies too. I haven't seen the movie. I love Robert Pattinson, so I think this was his first role, I think so, or like Harry Potter. But anyway, I hope I like this. I got this edition because there weren't any other edition. I would have liked to get the original. This will do. I just have to read it. If I like it, I may buy the box set. If I hate it, I may unhaul it. Next. Okay, so this book, I'm so glad I found this book, because this book was like kind of hard to find in like used bookstores and also like on the internet used, and that is Sabriel by Garth Nix. So I heard that this is a really like good like fantasy book for younger audiences, for like teenagers audiences. I don't really know what's it about, but it's a fantasy. It's like it's very well famous in like adult fantasy community. A lot of people like it. I don't know, I think it's a series. This is the first book, maybe. I'm not even sure, but I got it. It's in good condition, and I'm very excited to read this one. And I hope I like Garth Nix, because I think they have written a lot of more books. I always mix Garth Nix with Guy Gabriel Kay, because both start with G. They're different people, and they both are really famous fantasy authors. Sabariel or Sabriel, like Sabariel, like the High Prince in Stormlight. That's how I pronounce it. I don't know. I got The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I heard this is like magical realism, kind of like magical realism fantasy of like books about books, and I like books about books. It says library, so I hope I like it. I heard it's good, and I heard it makes you think a lot and like process it. I think it's about grief and like life. I don't know. I'm probably gonna like this. I hope I like this. So Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I also wanted to read The Humans by Matt Haig. That was one of the like first recommendation I got from like one of my favorite booktubers. I got this like fun contemporary like romance or like just like fiction about like why, I think it's why, I don't know, it's called Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. So funny thing, when I first started getting into this book, I saw this book in like a reading vlog, and I almost bought it, but I found this on a used bookstore. I don't know if I like it or not, but I don't know, when you really start getting into like books, and you may want to buy the first book that you see your favorite creator talking about it. And that was the reason for me. Like, I saw this in a reading blog, and I was just quickly wanted to buy it and get it, but I didn't, and I got it now, and I hope I like it, this one. Tell me if you have read this one. I don't know. I like the cover. I don't like humans on my cover, but like background kind of like in the back in the cover, I think it's good. It's like, it's classy. I think it's really good. I got the Virgin S word. I don't want to say it. Can you say it on the YouTube? I don't know. By Jeffrey Eugenides. I know there's a really famous movie. I don't think I'm ready to read this right now. Maybe I am. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll pick it up and like it. Maybe I will hate it. But I just saw it. The title, I remember the title. I remember the movie, which I haven't seen. I got a children's classic. It's called The Secret Garden. I have never read it. I think it's like Portal Fantasy 2, if like fairy tale kind of book, has been recently adapted into like a series on Netflix. And I heard I don't know about the series, but I heard this book is really famous. It's very classic, and it's called 100 Years of Solitude by an author, which I cannot... Gabriel Garcia Marquez. So I got this like mass market paperback book edition, and yeah, I like those. I like to hold this, and like easy to like hold book, which are like easy, fun to read. So I got some sci-fi books, trying to get into classic sci-fi or class sci-fi as generally, because they are mind-blowing. I love like getting like my mind like my interest peaked in like science fiction. And I got Nemesis by Asimov. So I just read the synopsis, or like the introduction of this book, and this is I'm glad it's a standalone, because I didn't know when I was buying it that it was a standalone book. So this is not a part of Asimov's other series like Foundation or iRobot or anything. So this could be that standalone. And but it sounds really cool. I like the cover, classic paper, mass market paperback, really fun to hold, really maybe fun to read. And yeah, more Asimov. I want to try more Asimov. Another science fiction legend, another science fiction classic legend is Arthur C. Clarke. And I recently got one of the series that Arthur C. Clarke has written, and that is Rendezvous with Rama. And I also found, when I went to the used bookstore, I also found Rama 2. So I got Rama 1 and Rama 2. So yeah, the first 2 books, and I think there are like 4 or 3 books. So yeah, excited to read them. I'm excited to read all of these books, like mostly. Like I'm scared of few of them. Let me show you what I'm scared of. I'm scared of this book. You can't even probably see because it's so worn down, but this was the best edition I could find. There were like other alternate covers, but that was like kind of like broken pages, I think. So this is Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett. I think it's about like cathedral. I don't even know what cathedral means. It's like a temple or something, or like some like religious place of like building of it and the war behind it. I heard it's very character driven. I heard the characters are great, and I heard really raving reviews about this books from a lot of fantasy booktubers, which I really liked, which they really like. I don't know if it's fantasy or historical fiction. I'm excited to try it anyway. So yeah, Pillars of the Earth, it's a series. I was thinking of getting the other books, but I thought maybe I should try the first one first, because these books are really heavy and the box could hold only something. Okay, so some weight, not a lot. So I only got the first book. We have only 3 more books left, so let's get it. So this is a series. This is a series by Raymond E. Feist and Jenny Wirtz. Both of the authors I'm really excited to try, and I heard this is like one of the best like fantasy trilogies ever written from like Patrick Leo and like other booktubers. They really like this one, and I want to try Jenny Wirtz and I want to try Raymond E. Feist too. So I got the Empire trilogy or something, and the Empire and the Servant, some trilogy. It's a trilogy which is based on, I think you can read it separately from the other series by Raymond E. Feist. I'm not sure, but if you have read it or if you know how to, I am safe to start with it. So I got the second book, Servant of the Empire, and I got the third book, Mistress of the Empire. Both are they have the similar spine, but they have different covers and edition. And I didn't find the first one, so I have ordered the first one used online, and the cover on that one also looks different. So I hope I get a similar cover to this one, or maybe in the similar like size. I want the size to be same and the spine looks similar enough, right? So yeah, second book, and these are big. These are like 800 pages. These are like chunky and like I like holding them. They're so like exciting to hold and comfy to hold, right? So yeah, I got the first 2 books, the last 2 books in the Empire trilogy by Jenny Wirtz and Raymond E. Feist. Okay, the final and the most exciting book that I couldn't even believe my eyes when I was seeing that the book is available here in the used bookstores, because this is the most famous book. This is the best book voted by New York Times. This is the #1 book of 21st century, and I just said it what it is. I got this in such a good condition. This is My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante. So this is like I don't know, it's a translated version, a book from Italy, and it's a series, a Neapolitan series. There are 4 books in the series. This is the first one. It follows like 2 childhood friends growing up, and we follow their like whole lives together. And I heard it's beautifully written, and I'm probably gonna love this, and I hope I love this. And yeah, I got this in such a good condition, and yeah, this was a gem. I'm glad I found this one. Very excited to read it. This was the last book in this book haul. I hope you enjoyed watching all the books. Let me know if you have read any of them, or should I read them first, or should I read the other books by some of these authors first. And anyway, I'll see you later. Like and subscribe, and bye.